All right. All right. So, all right. What I'm getting here is this is some kind of foreign elements being used here. Mental programming. I don't know, something like this. It's like for Americans that are destined for great futures, or again, the children of God or something. It's these people implementing something. People that are in alignment even since they were a child, or they seen you as special as a child, they're putting a program on these people because of the wealth, because of the power, because of the sun energy, being sons of David. They're hunting us down and doing something here. Or people that we know, these are like demons or other energies that's trying to attach onto the energy, but we don't know or we can't recognize, or they speak another language. And it made me think about something about the so that we can be like the shit holders for horrible people, or their children, or people that had like beautiful bodies or something where they fit into a certain industry. Maybe you're supposed to be in this industry. They use you as a, a hole to poke into, but the person that may carry themselves in a certain manner or have a certain amount of money, they get to make the moves that you're supposed to be making. This is like privileged lady. There's like privileged lady energy here. Now I woke up to like the Amanda Knox story. Now somebody could be named this, or I mean, this could be something that was happening around you since you were a child. But I just think whoever this person is, they're in alignment. So I don't know. That's like the strangest thing. These are people that don't have to be watched by the police or should never have to be. They pretty much, yeah, they probably smoked a joint with their friends or something. But these are not, these are not, since these people as children, it could be even been tormented by something otherworldly or other something. Because somebody was like, oh, somebody is a nation, like this is national or something. And I said, mm-mm, somebody's name is international. Like somebody is international. You just don't know it. You or I don't know it. This could also be something like you go on a trip with somebody and then these people kind of like take you and brainwash you and put you in prison or something weird. Because I'm thinking, what that got to do with the Amanda Knox? But I noticed that on her 15. I don't know. But I noticed I never really went on trips when I was younger, except for to Texas to visit my mom. But and I didn't have any friends there when I was going back and forth. Like since I went there the first time and I lived there, I had friends. But Texas, San Antonio is so big, I didn't have any friends when I went back. I was just at my mom's house. I didn't know anybody. Um, They don't like the fact when I say there is no other, don't touch me, unhand me, I'm the queen, I'm the emperor, I'm the emperor. They don't like this. They go hard in the paint, boy, but you're not changing anything. You're going to start losing your children or these things that you created in the image of your children or something like this that um you want to have my positions or you want to separate my kingdom. I also heard a second ago gluttony, but if the whole entire kingdom was left to me, I'm going to obtain the whole, and I'm ordained to obtain or confiscate or stand in power in the entire kingdom. That's what I'm going to do. I think that if somebody was not my color, right? Because this is the truth, or this is the true color of the Americans in the Noah Wiley, Noah Webster's dictionary, 1828. So um, somebody's name could be Wiley. Somebody's name could be Wiley. I think I used to go to school with a boy named Wiley. Only thing I remember about this boy is like I think we went to school together, maybe in like the old hometown, like in one part of the city, and then we got a little bit, and he acted like all like he was cool with me or he liked me or something. But then when we got to school and when I seen him again, he came to my high school, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know you went here. And then he was acting like he was too good or bougie or something like this. I think his name was Sean. I ain't gonna tell you how to spell it or nothing. But and then I was like, that's funny because back when we were younger or whatever, on the other side of town or whatever, this person was acting like he cool, could have almost had a little crush on me. But when we got to high school, he was acting really rude. And like he didn't know me, like, ugh, get away, you peasant, or crumbs, or, ugh. And I'm like, ugh. But so the conversation both ways was very vague. But I will always remember that about that boy. That could have been the first time I caught a glimpse of, something spiritual or supernatural or like, that's weird. Because usually other people, like, it could have been fake and everything. But usually when you run into people you went to school with back in the day, or y'all played outside all the time again, it don't be like that. Like, if you see them in, it's like, oh, hey, like, even if it's fake, like, I didn't even know you came here or something like this. But that was the first time when I was just like, that's strange. It was like a glitch or like mm, what I keep hearing the song, A Fabric of Time. It's like a glitch. Now, again, if this person was acting bougie, maybe because his looks or attractiveness, well, he was more attractive as a young boy than an older boy to me. But um, to other people, somebody could have been attractive, right? And so that's what I'm saying about they could have already been ranking people in status, or, you know, removing us. If there was a tight knit thing with my family behind the scenes, they could have already been starting replacing us with people and putting them in our positions, and then letting them have an experience that we didn't ever have, so that they can look at us some kind of way. Right, because nobody wants the real thing. It's nothing. Well, it is personal, but it's nothing big to think about. When it comes to a situation like this, they want the fake people in the real positions. They don't want the real people in the real positions, because then order has to be called on. So, I don't know. I just remembered that. I'm like, ugh, why is that person acting like that or something? But this could be, like I said, after somebody had already switched programs with you, and we'll call it a program, because we're hearing about this stuff now with technology, that they may be able to imprison you and give you somebody else's thoughts or feelings and make you feel things or something. I didn't think that they was going to be doing this on innocent people, but who knows, they could have been testing it on some of us back then. Okay. To ruin our futures. Okay. um and this could be the part of, like, the stars or something like this, or celebrities coming back, or coming back online, or coming back to life, or coming back into, and then when it comes, somebody put this in there. Okay. And I kind of had to listen to it for a second, because but then I'm seeing how, well, damn, well, God said don't let them in because they'll take it over. Now I see why. Because they're going to let their celebrity friends with the money and what they have, these lifestyles that they enjoy, take over them doing the right thing. And so it's kind of like, I can't allow you to go in first. This is why in the Bible it says, if these people were to try to smite Jesus and run ahead of Jesus or Christ to claim something, then they were going to be killed. Because whatever this is, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I win the race and some other girl say, "Excuse me, okay, I just made it into. Let me get the trophy. Let me take a picture with it, and then I'll give it to her after that." Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be doing this as well. God could be sending people like clean and clear to you, and somebody finds out about it because they're on your system or your server. Like Mommy Water is on mine, Tarot. And so even it may seem like she could be, to some people, a better reader or something to me because of maybe language or something, but I'm the real thing. You see what I'm saying? Somebody doesn't want to get in trouble for why you got my black box from 9/11, or my black box or something in your possession, and why you been drudging up all this stuff and creating these scenarios behind the scenes all this time, even trying to act like one thing and saying with your mouth one day, these people ain't gonna do X, Y, and Z, but you're doing these things in the background. So ain't nobody like stupid at this point. I don't listen to these girls to talk like them or say like them. There's a lot of big girls that got big channels that I be saying something in my video, and then I hear them say the same thing within their video, but they got thousands of followers on the hour, and I don't have that. You understand? So you're not going to imprison me and my stuff so that I can feed your flock, so that they can go out and act like they're better than me. We're not going to do that. because this is still what we're talking about. This is some type of plagiarism. It's kind of like Roots or whatever, like plagiarizing a story, um, plagiarizing a story that's not theirs. This could be like the second or the third time somebody has been, because these people know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of people in place during these awakenings and during these moments. So like I said, these are people that speak something with their mouth, but in their heart they saying, or somebody is saying what they're going to use their hands, and they're going to use their handmaidens, and they're going to use their eyes, and they're going to use their watchers to, which they shouldn't even have none. Okay. Um, maybe after the Christ graduated, after doing this hard thing that never been done, they could have maybe started letting other weaker worlds have a chance. But God's word is going to go on. That's the world. That's the word. In the beginning was the word, and the word was God, and the word was God, was with God, and is God. And so, that's why I say if people are using even the Bible to create, ulterior things and put it in movies and stuff, that's still plagiarism of my word if I am the original word of God or this and that. So, you see what I'm saying? This is some people trying to continue on something but not having to pay a cut. And also, if they did have to pay dues in the past, they're trying to make sure I don't get the money from the dues that they had to pay. Because then that would prove what I'm telling you right now. Even though I never agreed to it, I know, I don't like to say ancestors. God is telling me in me that these motherfuckers know exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't need to go snooping around and sniffing around like a hound dog to find this. This is official shit that we're an official. It probably wouldn't even be a paperwork. This is like an official person knocking on your door, talking, not knocking on your door in the middle of the night or jumping in your window, opening up the door and leading you out in a stretcher and putting you strange car while you still sleep and taking you to a location. No. Or putting something in your drink so 10 hours later from McDonald's for lunch, and 10 hours later when you go home, you go to sleep, you out like a rock. And then these people just come pick you up and then go do what the fuck they want to do. This is like some silly thing. It is like in the movies. It's supposed to be like in the movies. Or like at least Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. Somebody slides you something and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? We know you up in this class. We know you up in this group. Call me or whatever. Give me this, give me a chance. If you go ahead and get up in there, bring me up in there. You know what I'm saying? Bring me up in there. This is something that's already been supposed to be done. Like people was making money, or this is their job to do. It ain't, oh, she said something about celebrities. Oh, she said something about bad kids. She said this and that. I'm not taking that over there. Okay, this is something that you would be. It's almost like incriminating evidence, or this is like what do you call it? I just woke up again, y'all. Something like this. And if they try to get you low down enough, I just heard, that's when they send people in to pretend you in prison and rape you so that you could get pregnant. Because I'm hearing every time I or somebody else got pregnant, those were not even our children. The opportunity came up and somebody came and did that so that you would not get an opportunity to move forward. And this time, whatever this is may not even be human. They're gonna have to remove. If you put some shit in my stomach, you're gonna have to come get that shit up out of there. I don't know. You better grow it in a tube or something. I don't know what you're gonna do, but somebody's trying to stop an opportunity here for a legacy here. All right. And there's people they want you to be grieving because this would have been the last time maybe for you to make it to this upgrade. Or people could be grieving because they're not being able to make a new you. And then, bring this to go get to the pearly gates to get judged. And then all the wicked stuff that they did to me in my sleep, or when I was in the room with them because I was under some kind of drugs or something, or surveillance or drugs or something in these secret locations, all that stuff will be wiped away. So it sounds like I'm crazy. Nobody never put me on under MK Ultra or something, or you, whoever this is. This could be somebody else. I don't mind putting myself out there because nobody in their right mind, no judge, no doctor, no lawyer, if you have something, if you are a certified reader or seer and something was said in your video that could be purely something, somebody can come play that for you and say, hey, did you say this? Is this what you meant? Or is this how you see it now? Like, can you refresh this or something? Other than that, nobody should be taking your stuff and listening and talking about, okay, let me go do this and that. Unless this is your camp and they know you inside and out and they can know your thoughts and your heart and your soul and they are a part of you or something like this. and they know what they need to do because they have immunity, or they're already appointed, or or what's the other word that I just said? Because I'm saying it's important to say this word, appointed, or ordained to do so. And I would not know who these people are necessarily, right? Okay. So this could be something that, again, a lot of public trials that happen, they were just because I didn't know about this system. See, that's another snooty thing too. Why didn't you want this brown girl to know that she had people around her watching her or helping her or something like this, that she was never alone, such and such? Why are you saying that now? Why didn't you tell this girl this, or whoever this is? See, because I think that a lot of these couple of public and because they were trying to say that's supposed to be God. What kind of God is this? This is somebody that could have donated all their time and money trying to prove that I'm no God, or I don't belong in a certain class or something like this. Do you understand? All right. These could also be people having to atone for the fact that people could have been using some kind of transport system, and you could have been places you never knew that you've been. That's another thing. You or somebody around you or whatever this is, me, whoever this is, and you could have got blamed for a lot of things. Like again with Ra and Sekhmet and Horus and Ibis. No, the Ibis bird is Thoth. When I was watching a clip about Thoth earlier, I was like, wait, but Ra, well, I won't say Ra. At least Thoth and Sekhmet is one and the same. Ra has been Sekhmet. Sekhmet is Ra. This is all something is God's energy, but they gave it a different. It's something like this, y'all. Okay, it's something like this. Like there is no other God, but whatever resonates or radiates through me. I don't know. I'm not saying that. And I would be the one and only daughter, probably, right? Okay. But there could be other people that was made now off of my intel into something as well. You understand? So the presence of God is on the earth. I'm connected to it. I don't have to, I'm not supposed to be living a regular life like these other people. It just ain't supposed to be so. Period. There is no such thing as jail or nothing like this. It would never have to be because, you know, these people, the energy they radiate, they don't attack people. Okay, now again, if I'm right now with my arm being weak or my leg being weak, you know, maybe not so much. That could be a weakness for me. Somebody could be trying to weaken me. But even at this size, I've always still been energetic. And you come up to me and we gonna have unless you know kung fu or some shit, we gonna have an equal opportunity, motherfucker. If you another 40-something-year-old woman that just is a regular person like me, you just not gonna be able to just whoop my ass like that. You understand? I'm a pretty big bone, strong, solid girl. You see what I'm saying? Most women, they come in all different sizes or something, but I'm just saying, you know, that's just how I'm seeing it. So um it's something like that, y'all. Now again, if there's clones all over the world, because remember in the gods of Egypt or something, um Thoth didn't like it's something about the emerald tablets here too, but he didn't like other people having he or she didn't like people having the information. She didn't trust nobody with the information. Now, they showed us like different tablets, different stuff that he could pull up and stuff like this. But this could also be me tripping on these people having access, or them letting just anybody have access to, because I was thinking like with a shutdown or a fall of a nation, what's the first things to go? Even we think about Wakanda, they were doing those little heists and stuff in museums and shit like this. Again, some of you could be listed as something that's a property of a museum or something like this, okay? So, I don't know. It was just giving me that when I was waking up out of my sleep. I was just thinking about this. Somebody could be offended, but why would you be offended? Because I'm hearing that whatever this is, the rules is, or whatever these people could have been dabbling in while I was asleep for 20 years or something like this, because of some type of spell work, because of some false marriage or something like this. It's not something that somebody couldn't say, yeah, you are a part of this. Let's get you upgraded, and then we're going to move you on forward, or we're going to give you, we'll let you sit with that for a minute. It's not nothing that I couldn't learn that they know, because they would have got the information from my blueprint. So it's something like this, okay? This is a bunch of envious people It's like you or I am linked in, or you are or I am one of the most powerful deities in the world or something, or most abundant. I won't say powerful, most abundant. They know that whatever I am can come in and plug in and command it on an international level. All right. So, they want our nation to fall. This is a controlled demolition of the Americas, or America, North America only. All right. They want to make it seem like the Bible is saying, oh, I know you're rich, but you're poor, and talk about Africa or South America or some other place or something like this. All right. By dispersing abundance, or our minerals, or our soils, or our crystals, or our whatever this is, to other places. All right. This is what this is. It is the meat and potatoes or something like this of our country. Okay. And so I don't know. That's just what I was getting, because I noticed that with the Amanda Knox movie, or I don't have Hulu or whatever, so I cannot watch it. Um, I noticed that it looks like Empress energy, like a dead Empress. The way that she's laying on the city, and it gave me this here, because yes, that's a movie, everything like this, but these are these are, I don't know how you explain it. You know what I'm saying? The Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. That's why I said somebody's going towards this. I'm going towards this, and somebody think that they're gonna stick me with this when I'm not even engaging with any type of intercourse. And this is also a man that's ego is hurt, so they're using like a group of secret society abusive men. And this could also be women too, jealous women that are jealous of the Empress, or think they're gonna have their hands on this. They're the ones that assisting them and their evil, wicked, withered hands, or whatever like this. So I think it talks about the withered hand in the Bible, so people could say, "Oh, you're the man with the withered hand," but this is a bitch that's withered. You know what I'm saying? This is a woman that's withered. This is like an old lady that's very powerful or something like this. And somebody started messing with this woman, or you know what I'm saying, and their hand is withered. Okay. This could also be some old dead person trying to reach up out the grave and take what belonged to me, to bring themselves back to life, or make themselves relevant again. Somebody has done this over and over again. Somebody could be a master of disguise. They could be jealous of you because you automatically, I will not say chameleon energy. I don't see that. Mm-mm. Now, when I was in Florida, that's fun, because I think I had to buy a chameleon or something like this, where I was at a place when I went to Florida. I can't remember. It was one of those girls' trips where we got lost in what hotel we was supposed to. It was a whole bunch of mischief, and I had to go sit in this diner with my luggage for hours to wait for everybody else to get there. It was this. I did not like the way this vacation did not go smoothly. Okay, but it was a while back. One of our girls' trips to Florida. I don't know why I'm thinking about that trip a lot. I don't know, because I don't know if that was JFK, like, because I remember I had a layover for like an hour or two in JFK. Okay. And I met with somebody that I had met in Louisiana. Was it Louisiana? No, because I think I was on my way to Florida. I keep on trying to remember what trip this is where I had that layover. But I could swear that, yeah, it was Louisiana, because in Louisiana we had that hotel room that was right above that, like, it was like a novelty shop, right? Almost, it was near Bourbon Street. I think we could walk there. Okay. Um, we had like shrimp and grits and sausage or something like this. Like, we went to a really nice dinner place. It was really nice. Okay. And I remember our hotel room, I think, I'm thinking of it like this, because I think in this one, the hotel room was, because I feel like I keep getting two vacations mixed up. Miami and Louisiana, but both times it's like, I don't know. Okay. So I thought that this was the time when I got that mask. Cause look, that's funny, because yesterday, we were cleaning up this thing or whatever. Okay. And then I found this mask on the floor. When I was there in Louisiana, I thought it was our hotel that was right above that novelty shop. And I think that we had met some people. Some guys had came back to that room or something like that. And then I remember because one of the girls had went with a guy from the club. Yeah, because that's when we was at that club, that dark, like damp club kind of place. And I thought that there was like, I told you, some celebrities or something was there that night. Somebody keep telling me no, that's not the one, because we was on some street. It was a busy street where there was nightclubs up here, nightclubs all on the other side of the street, and everything. And I remember because I was nervous about it because I'm like, oh my god, you know, the girl, the Ross girl, she was like, she was kind of her own little, her own little thing. You know what I'm saying? It was my sister's friends, not my friend. But if I'm around a female, I'm gonna be very observant. I'm gonna be motherly around any female that I'm around. So that's how it was around me and my friends. So what I thought, you get what I'm saying? So I could be a whole different like alien, or my mind could be programmed differently than these people, because they could be regular, commoners, peasants, and servants, and I may be a royal. And so my mindset, it's just a little bit different. It's kind of like flipping the script. That a lot of the street people is kind of shady. People that have integrity and royalty in their DNA, if they selected by God, they don't normally do that. Like, I don't know what royal family's been building up all this time. I can't tell you, but I'm just saying, if it's in my DNA, I know who I am, right? So I was always a little bit worried because she liked to get fucked up, and she liked to dance a lot and everything like this. And I used to be worried, like, where's she at? Like, where's she at? 'Cause I just don't want nothing happen to nobody that I fucking came with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I am. So that could be crazy because it's like that's how I naturally am. But who knows if that was the clone sister or the decoy sister, and who knows if this friend and her had the same, thoughts about me. And you really don't have to. I'm gonna still be a stand-up gal or whatever this is. So I just remember that. And so I met that guy. Nothing happened between us. We just was really cool or whatever. And then I think we were chatting back and forth on Facebook, maybe even text message or whatever. And then to when I went to wherever I went, where I had that long layover, I ended up meeting up with this person for an hour while I was stuck at the hospital. I hope I didn't go to the hospital, but at the airport. Okay, that's the 1.5% where I was going on my trip, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Okay, where I probably wouldn't have wanted to tell my man that. You know what I'm saying? Um, you get what I'm saying? So, what was I gonna say? So, what the hell? But I thought okay, that's where we're at. I thought that was the time when I think we went, because I want to say back to Florida. I want to say back to Florida, but I remember we had to get up. I don't know if we had rented a car. I don't know if we had to get a taxi cab. I don't know what it was, but at one of these trips, we had to go looking for the Ross girl. And I was like, ooh, where's she at? I hope girl, can't believe you let her leave after the thing like this or with somebody or whatever. She's like, girl, she grown or something like that. I'm like, oh, I couldn't even see it. So I'm just like, I was just nervous, like, when is this bitch coming out? But cause I remember we were trying to get in touch with her. We were calling, we were doing all this. It's like, oh man, come on, girl. Like something like this or whatever, because we were trying to get back and get to sleep, or it was just something. It was a strange night. It was a strange night. And I think I was really relieved when I seen her, or she said something about just come pick me up in the next morning, or it was something like this, okay? And I just was concerned the whole time, okay? And I don't know. I just remember that, and like, I don't know why source is telling me something here. I mean, why the energy is telling me something here. Because, it's almost like plugging into a city, oh, let's go here, whatever. And then when these people, if they're a part of this club, they plug into the city, and their view of it, or what has access to them, or what they have access to, could be different. I'm not saying that they were these kind of people, but somebody could have been. They were like some Haitian boys or like some, I don't know, they were like some, but if we was in Louisiana or Florida, it could be some guys from, that, have these kind of ethnicities or something like this. They weren't just regular American boys. I could tell with the dreadlocks and everything, they just wasn't. So I don't know. But like, yeah, nothing. And then I remember we were sitting there, and then my sister was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna go see about this or something like this." And I don't know what she was going to do because I didn't think what the memories that I have. I didn't think that my sister was going anywhere. Like, I didn't think she was like, "Oh, I'm about to get in the car and go meet that one guy that we seen." Somebody could have said something like this to me, or I'm gonna just go sit in the car with his friend, or I don't know. You understand? I just cannot everything. So there could have been some kind of black magic or voodoo or something, bitch, like this going on. Okay. All right, but nor did I feel scared or anything. Like they left me in there in the room. She went to go do something. All I know is I was left in the room with the one guy, and we just sat there and talked all night. We didn't do anything inappropriate or kiss or nothing like this. We just was sitting there like brother and sister would be just having a deep ass conversation, and and then I just don't know what happened. I just don't know, y'all. I honestly I don't even like thinking about the memory because I thought everything was copacetic, but when I start channeling and going back, it's just like, oh my God, there were so many choppy things, or there could have been signs or something. And I don't know, like, if this is some type of program that they be running and somebody could have got hurt, and I don't know that, but my name or my energy is wrapped up into. Do you get what I'm saying? How like if this supernatural shit is going on around you, I don't, I don't like the way that that feels, right? Because I was wondering, like, damn, like I definitely would have been telling my sister, you better sit your ass down. I don't know about your friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about your friend, but bitch, nah. But for some reason, it's making me still think about it. I keep on retorting back to or seeing something with, um, okay, because it's like something trying to tell me there was a second room, like Kanika and them. They was like, oh, it was a second party room, blah, blah, blah. Now, this was no more than like 7 people. This was like us and like 6 people or something like this. This was not a whole bunch of people. But from what I heard is that these people knew, okay, these people knew, um, what I was hearing was the reason why these guys was in our, because we didn't normally do shit like that, like bring people, but they knew these guys from their school, or it's crazy. We know these, I know him. Like, oh, these are my guys or something. I don't know if that's true what they said, but right? Because I'm really cautious when I travel. Like I really don't fuck around. So I don't know. You never know if like clones of your sisters and cousins had already been taken and manipulated or transferred over to foreign energies, and I was really not with my sister, like the real sister and her friend on these trips. Do you get what I'm saying? They could have been aliens, they could have been strange people, or their communication could be different, or how you and your girls be at the club with each other. If you've been I've been going to this club with the same people I normally been going with my all my life, and we know when a nigga, when we looking at each other like, bitch, yeah, watch him. Yeah, this nigga ain't, he won't leave her alone. Look how he keep grabbing her. Or something like this. We have our own language, how we could look at each other across the room, but I didn't have that with them. These girls was in college and stuff like that. Like they were doing their thing like that. I was just a mom at home. So you understand? I can't really tell, but somebody has us looking in hindsight at something. All right. Okay. So we have the swimsuit or something like this, and this is what keeps making me tie this back to Kanika Jean, like because it was 2 rooms, but I'm thinking like, because I think these guys did have a room down the hall. It's just blending a story. I just can't remember. Okay, but we got somebody being ashamed here. Okay, they could have been ashamed. Somebody could have got castrated because of something that they did to somebody. I don't know. And this person got ashamed, and this person wanted to show you naked online. Like somebody could have humiliated a person here. Because if this is some secret program and these guys know better, you could see this person. Yeah, say you was a Christ and you didn't know, and you coming into a city and then like the Christ gonna be there, motherfucker. Anybody that's gonna touch the person or come in contact with the person, you already know what the fucking deal is. Anybody else, you just act like you seeing somebody down the street. And you don't even know who this person is, But somebody could have did something here. I don't know, and I just feel like somebody could have got ashamed. Somebody could be ashamed. Like I told you, if this is some kind of underground, I don't know. We're gonna leave it alone. But somebody was ashamed, and they could blame. Somebody's name could be blamed. They could brainwash these people. But if you're talking, or if something is being said, or somebody could be gravitating towards your story or because some of these could be like the cars, or these could be people that connected to rappers and stuff like this, or connected to other people. Who, if they have retina scans, could mingle with the regulars in their energy or in their something to get close enough to the so-called people that would be so-called regular. But somebody could be ashamed here because something. I don't know, but this looked like a little pregnancy bump. So I don't know if somebody did something. If like think about this, like I keep seeing something like somebody is somewhere, right? I told you in India when the people die or whatever, they will leave them on this thing with like this soft, clear thing over them. People can come in and out the family's house for like a month or like a long time to view the body. It's like, I don't know, somebody did something here. I don't know if somebody assaulted I don't know. Or something about not having sex, or maybe somebody, I don't know, played with your, I don't know. But like there could be rules, like say these people have like street level shit when they the streets do it differently when they run into a certain type of being. Right? Let's say something like that. And somebody couldn't control themselves. They got caught doing something or something. I don't know. I just know, I can't remember what year it was, but I know Keisha Cole should have let you go, but Love, or I don't know, I think that song was very prominent that year. The Love song. It was very prominent that year when I met that person. Yeah, backstab. So we got the happy friend backstab someone and they're happy about it because somebody can't cope with something, or coping could be in reverse. This person could have stabbed somebody in the back and told about an incident or something, a secret you told them. So like say I tell to my friend, yeah, we went to a trip or whatever. Me and this guy be cracking up on the phone and everything like this. When I go, whatever, I'm going to do like this, or I'm going to go, I got a layover. I'm going to meet this person for a drink or something like this. And then the friend is like, oh, and because they want the man now, and my man work in the government now or something like this, they tell this person. Somebody could have backstabbed somebody by telling like a secret like this. So that they can, yeah, or pain, cheating, deception, mind games, love bombing. Like somebody could have got it, like get in good with somebody, tell somebody something, something like this. And we got backstab. So somebody could have backstabbed somebody, but again, you don't share the same DNA. This could be somebody that went through a secret society, or they got taken by some organization when they helped them go find out who they is and claim things or something. And somebody could have found out that they're not your sister. They needed to get rid of you or something like this so that they could claim something of mine or yours or of my dad's, or, something like this. Think about it. Even if you was supernatural, You could be heavier weighted in reading people on site, and somebody could be, you know, somebody could have been sneakier, or they could have looked at two sisters and see one, at home kind of chubby with children overwhelmed, and then one is young, thin, and a little bit into shopping and into and they may be a little narcissistic, and they chose the narcissistic person to take to take on something, because now people was looking at me when I went through my transformation as narcissistic, my family for one. But I had to see them for who that this might be a false family that I'm still sitting with. I just didn't get my chance to take the leap yet or something. Right. And nobody told me about theirs if they did, or my children could have took the leap younger, or they could have been taken. It's something like this, right? And I don't know, it's just making me think about something here. So somebody could have been going through if my sister went to college, could have got spotted at college, some shit like this. And then they said, oh, backstabbed this person, you know, she could have found out she's not the child to something, some kind of empire. And they said, well, I'm going to just move this one out the way. And then I'm going to be whatever that is. Fucked up. Somebody could have put something to drink, had somebody do something. I just don't know. This could also be people like how, somebody's like, oh yeah, we was with these performers or whatever, and all this stuff happened in the back room or something, but it really didn't happen because somebody couldn't get it. I don't know. Something happened. It's a little humiliating thing that happened to somebody here. You see, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody's messed up over you, and somebody is being seen as a psycho here. This could be also somebody was dating somebody, or this is a masculine from the back end, from the shadow energy that was messing with this sister and thought that the sister should get it over me too. Okay? But the DNA didn't match. And somebody could have been ashamed that they lied and said something about the sister. And so guess what? You know? And then it said D up you, or dub up you. A dub up you. I don't know if somebody put a psychopathic person that's watching could have put a dub of weed, or I don't know, somebody could have put, I'm getting a dub up you, and now somebody feeling fucked up. This could be this look like that Where's Beyonce girl, okay? Or this look like my little cousin Cricket. But some psycho could have put a dub. I think that's what they call it, like a 20-something sack or something. Then when it comes to weed, okay, or cannabis, somebody could have put something up inside of you. Or I don't know, like why I'm even thinking about in a strange land where they don't talk the same language. There was a movie about some kids that went to a class reunion or a class graduation in like the Bahamas, and they never came back. Like, I don't know, something could have happened here. Because it's like my body all over your body is making me think about, like, I am the people that was closest to me. And so what would they have to do? Attack that body first to get to me. They could have been so close, not me. I could have just been the third leg at all these events and hanging around these people, but it was all to get to me. So, again, somebody is psycho. They don't have the same DNA as you. They was acting like they was something or something like this. And somebody could have put this. I could be talking to me or somebody in my original group that was always with me as a princess or a prince. Growing up as a young adult, having fun, being young and kind of, reckless or whatever. But somebody wants somebody to feel like a jackass. But they don't. This could be a Joker energy or somebody like this. They're not feeling like a jackass. Or I told you, this is like the Joker and the Queen. All right? And the Joker might want to get rid of the Queen. I don't know. They just want their own time. Okay? With other people that's, vandals or looked at as villains or something like this, okay? But that's why I said somebody that was able to, because they said that the Joker went through all this stuff before he got like that. But if you think about it, then why would you try to take somebody else through that? That's already a weakest link on all. I feel like it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because like some of the stuff that's happening to people being homeless or out in the streets for 17 months is because they know what they did. They know what they did. If you looking at my situation, you've been not having extra money for like 2 years or something. Yeah, because somebody's systematically doing something to hold back my money. But when I look at some of these situations, yeah, you're sitting there acting like you've been homeless, but you're really on a mission. You're really on a job. You're really on a job, beauty. That's why they keep on trying to shove you in my face and then have you something. But you been in the game. You this, and that, and you copying off my stuff. Talking about you're looking to me. No, you're copying. You're in competition with me, just like the rest of these people is. You get what I'm saying? And these people could relate to you a little bit more because something. Yeah, somebody is not spiritual. It's like somebody is picking the girl. Somebody say, "Oh, why I picked the girls like you," or something like this. The Jamie Foxx and Drake's son, like, why fall for your type? But again, somebody seeing that somebody is spiritual. No, but that bitch that you trying to throw in my face down there, that person is not. But even if this is a masculine energy like a Drake that was made with my DNA, or we were the same, the energy Drake could be comparison to Beauty 9419, but y'all made that later on. You made that later on in the lab to take the place of me and my Drake. That's what you did. Because you guys are the ones that was running these plants and stuff because you didn't let me in, or you didn't take me in, or somebody of the real ethnic background. Some old shit of another different ethnic background. Whatever he said in that damn song. All right. So that's what this is. Yeah, somebody could be going to jail, or again, somebody could have sent somebody else to jail for something, or this person is not spiritual. Chaos, ego, death, downward spiral, spiraling, no, spiritually awkward, awakening. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't want to flip it over. But somebody could be going to jail here. All right. Somebody is a psychopath sneaking around somebody's house or doing something here. Yeah, the person is going to jail here. All right. This could be even with a little kid, or they about to be having to have a little kid in another country or something, and somebody's about to be burdened here. Again, this could have happened to you or me. The little glitch in my vision of me having a child, I thought I got pregnant when I was 17, but when I look back, I had the child in the middle of the year when I was 19. I know that. But if they found out about a pregnancy, or this is like the in-laws not wanting to admit that their son had me pregnant because they thought they was going to take my legacy with them, but they ended up taking the son and the daughter. Or they could have took this male and made him limp, or made him not, whatever, or a male, and they sent this person to another country with this child. Child. I think somebody says that in another country. I meant to say child. Okay. They could have made this person a tiller of the soil there. I'm not sure. Child, Bella, child. Yeah, they could have did something like that. They could have did something like that. Okay, hold on, y'all. I gotta go. I'll be right back.